Hey everyone, welcome to the channel here, and this is basically just a video of me trying to decide if I want to get into this Turtles of Grayskull line. As you can see, I did pick up two figures. I got the Shredder over here and the Splinter Skull Spiritual Sensei. And honestly, I haven't jumped in on this only because I'm not a big Masters of the Universe fan. I don't really know much about the lore. I know He-Man and Skeletor. It's about as far as I go. And I probably have had all the original 1980s figures from that, from just buying storage units and different auctions and things like that, where I've just gotten them that way. And then, you know, I didn't keep them, though, like I do with my Turtles. But, yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know much about it other than I know they made a comic book called Turtles of Grayskull. I haven't read it. And I've just seen pictures and stuff of these guys coming out. But anyways, I have to be honest here. I don't know what's going on with the boxes. The box art looks pretty cool. I like the whole, you got Shredder and Skeletor over here, and you just got some more Splinter over going on. But the box that Splinter's in is like one of those nice window boxes. You got some mutagen. You got the sewer piping here. Really cool looking box. And then you got this kind of like flimsy box that Shredder's in. But this says this is a Build-A-Figure for MOTU, which looks like a metal head type. I don't know what the other figures are that has the other parts, but this is 3 of 4, it looks like it says. Yeah, 3 of 4. So, I don't know. I don't know what the other 3 figures are that have those, but I guess I'm going to have to find out if I want to get Metal Head there. Metal Balto, whatever they're calling him. But, yeah, so Shredder's in this little flimsy-ass box, but I guess it's because he's just a regular wave figure. But a really cool artwork on the back of Shredder and Splinter fighting, which is pretty awesome. Then you got a picture of the other 3 figures in the wave along with Shredder there. So you got Raphael, you got Ram Man, which I know nothing about. This Beast Man over here looks pretty cool with like the samurai gear on. So there are some cool figures. I just don't have no connection with them because I never watched Masters of the Universe. So I don't even know what they're basing like the Shredder rendering on or the Splinter. But that is the box for the Shredder. On the back of the Splinter one, we got some more nice artwork here. I think this is a new figure coming out. This is April, and I think this is the Stealth Leonardo. If I'm correct there, I think those are both. Maybe this He-Man's coming out too. I think for this Wave 4. But those just came up for pre-order. But I've been very skeptical because I didn't really like this like He-Man Michelangelo here. I think it just looks kind of goofy. I didn't really care for the Donatello either. Casey Jones didn't look bad. The pictures I've seen, I don't really care the way he looks on this artwork. Raphael was probably the best turtle, aside from this Stealth Leonardo that I've seen coming out. But anyways, down here, it shows you again the metal Balto, the metal head figure here, and the part that comes with this. I have no idea. I need to figure out where the other ones come from. And then we have a description. I guess this is like the lore of how the turtles ended up. Splinter ended up in the Eternia, or whatever it's called, Grayskull. But really cool artwork, man. Cool. The figures look pretty cool. This is probably the most sexiest, badass looking Splinter I've seen, you know, in a while. Like we got the Helsing matchup with the Splinter Helsing or whatever the hell he's called on the Universal Monsters from NECA, which is really cool. But this is probably one of the more badass Splinters. Usually Splinter's like a throwaway character. Like all the old Playmates figures, he was kind of like the doll figure that you didn't really play with, but you got it just so you'd have all of them. But anyways, enough of me talking and going on about this. Let's get these guys out of the box and I can see if I want to get them. Let's go. All right, here we are, guys, with Shredder out of the box. And I have to say, man, he is pretty badass looking. I wasn't expecting to like this guy as much as I'm already liking him. But he does look cool, man. You got this purple vest-like thing. You got purple wristbands. You got the red, I don't know if you want to call it a cape, I guess is what you would say that. But look at the markings and stuff in the metal part. The shredder part, the blades, the spikes, whatever you want to call them. On his arms there, just looking really cool. The design they put into the helmet. I mean, this is a badass looking figure, man. I wasn't expecting too much out of it, but just really cool. I mean, all the other stuff's kind of plain, but they did put nice, just like how it's marked up with the metal, man. It just looks like some cool ass metal spikes. I don't know how else to say it. And his eyes, man. As soon as he turns around here, you got these beady red eyes. You got the black in the background. I don't know, man. I'm actually quite impressed with the aesthetic of this figure. Very pleasing to the eye, I guess you would say. I don't know if that's what I really want to say because it's Shredder. But so let's get into his articulation here. Now, like, I was surprised because I was expecting more like Master of the Universe articulation or like the original Playmates Turtles articulation. But you actually got more going on here instead of like, what, 6, 7 points. You got, I think it said 14. So you got the head, you know, is on the peg there. But a lot of maneuverability. Look down, as you can see. Look up. A lot you can do. So the head's, that's a big improvement from the original Playmates line already. When you got some motion in the head here. So yeah, you can do it, twist all the way around you want. And of course, the head just pops off if you needed to. If you had other, you know, figures you want to switch heads off and body parts and everything else, you can do that. Now, like I was surprised by the arm, as you can see, we got this back here. Got some flap going on. The problem, I think you'd probably have more maneuverability if you took the cape off, which is possible because you could just take the head off and then slide this. The arms and the head can all come off, and you just slide off this part if you wanted to. Now, so yeah, I think that might interfere if you wanted to. The cape kind of gets in the way. Maybe not. I don't know. Seems like it does, but you do have like elbows here too. Maybe it's a little tight, but there's definitely something there. Yeah, as you can see, but yeah, a little bit. We can get it a little bit, but it's pretty, with this armor on right here, it's definitely preventing us from doing all we can. Of course, you got a little wrist action here, as you can see, and of course you can twist that around however you'd want. So yeah, decent articulation. There's no crunch, but you do have the waist, which can twist, and you can also pop off the waist from right here. And then the same thing with the legs. You'd be able to remove the legs you want. But there's actually decent knees here. Go back that far. There is, as you can see, in the foot as well. We got a little articulation. Definitely an improvement from those figures. So you definitely see the modern day in this, because I wasn't sure how these were going to be made. Like I said, this is my first attempt at these guys. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I wasn't thinking that this figure, I would like this figure as much as I do. But it's actually pretty cool, and I'm happy that it can pretty much stand on its own, so I don't have to worry about putting it on a stand or anything. Very cool. So that is his articulation. I'd say so far, man, he looks really good. His articulation's really good. We'll take a look at his accessories real quick. There ain't much really to look at. He does come with this cool, I guess it's an axe, right? So you got this cool looking axe. It's the same color as his like armor, his helmet, and his spikes. So, yeah, that's about it. There's that has a nice little design in there. It looks cool. It's good enough. It's good enough. So that is it. He got that right there, and then he comes with this. I guess it's like a crossbow, right? I feel like there's something missing. I don't know if it's supposed to. If it had something else included that I'm missing, but. Yeah, it kind of looks plain old crossbow here, but it looks like we're missing some crossbow or some bows, or I don't know what the hell this is, man. Honestly, you got this cool looking. I don't know if is that a. I was gonna say it kind of looks like Bebop or somebody, or Rocksteady or some shit in the front, but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But it feels like there's something missing here. I think this just attaches onto his hand, if I'm correct. And maybe he just holds it out like that. But it didn't come with any anything that would shoot. I don't think it was made to do that. But I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like, coming out the mouth or something. Who knows? Who knows, man? But there you go. You got like a crossbow looking thing here. Not positive on that. Now, it also did come with this Turtles of Grayskull comic book. Now, it's just an illustrated book. There's no actual words, and I kind of flipped through. I didn't see anything. Just pictures. I don't know how much you're going to learn from just looking at photos. I'm sure a lot. But it looks pretty decent. I'm glad they kind of included that. Maybe it has like a background story of everything. So, yeah. So, we got this little comic book. Now, they do have an actual comic that you can get at a comic shop that I've seen, because I've seen pre-orders when I was looking up different comic books that I get. and I definitely seen Turtles of Grayskull in there, so might have to check that out as well. But here it came with a little mini comic, and then it had a little instruction manual here just telling you that the arms come off, the waist, the legs, stuff you can remove, switch out, whatever you want to do. It's cool that they included that because not everybody's going to know what's coming off and how to do things with their figure. So always nice to have a little instructions for those novices out there. But anyways, that is it for Shredder. I paid $19.99, $20 on Amazon for this guy. I think that's about the price of these guys when they come out, around $20. At least this one was pretty cool. I think he's a great figure. $20, definitely worth $20. I mean, $19.99 is a fair price, I think. I mean, back in the day, I think I bought turtle figures for what, $4 or $5 when I was a kid. It's probably what their cost was. So these guys being articulated, more fancier, you know, that was what, 30 years ago or something. So you look at it that way, I think we're good at the $20 price tag. Good deal for him. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, so here is Splinter out of the box, and looking badass, man. That's all I can say. It's a really cool looking figure so far. Let's zoom in here. You got that one blue eye over here. He just looking pissed, man. He looks like he's angry. I feel like they put more, I don't know if it's because you can just see more or whatever, but you can see like the texture, like the fur texture in his arm there, the lower arm. He got some guns on him, man. He's got that muscle mass. And then he's got like these dreadlock, I don't know what you'd call that hairstyle. Now, what kind of bothers me about the hair is that mine does not want to stay straight down, so it kind of just hangs out right there. I'm sure I can maneuver it, get it to sit straight somehow. Looks a little odd that way. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, man, he's got the purple, the traditional purple garb there that Splinter wears. His tail, his rat tail. Yeah, man, this is a really cool design, man. I really like it. I think this Splinter is one amazing design. I don't know. I'm in love with this Splinter, I have to say. Very cool. Let's check out his articulation real quick. Now, just like Shredder, he's got that head where he looks down really well, back and forth. So, pretty cool. Got that going for him. We'll get the tail out of the way. The tail can move a little bit, has a little bit of articulation in the tail. As you can see, it pops right off though. So we want to put that back on, but as you can see right here, there is some, we can put it up, down, around, over, pull it out again. Tail doesn't want to stay in. There, it's back on pretty good, I think. But there's the tail. And this, since he doesn't have any like armor really in the way, you can definitely get his arm back up there. You can see the muscle man pose he's got going on here. Good elbows for sure. Splinter been working out, dude. He's just got all that muscle mass. You can tell these are Masters of the Universe type figures because the freaking muscle tones. It's like fucking muscle upon muscle. This is the most steroided up, heavy lifting champion of the world Splinter I've ever seen in my life. He's even got like a belt on right there. It looks like a wrestling belt or something. But yeah, he's got whatever you call these right here, this Master Universe type deal. Now, these back here are where his shield will plug in. It looks like a turtle shell. Will just plug in right there if you wanted it to. But anyways, we were looking at articulation. Like I said, really nice elbows. Of course, there's nothing in the waist. You can't, no crunch or anything. Just pops off right there at the waist. Put them back on there. Easy to get these guys to pop off and move them back a little bit. They come right out, comes right off, whatever you want to say. Detaches. But you can see this is what we got going on with the waist, of course. Can't really do much other with the splits other than that, but there is nice articulation in the knees here. And then again, right there with the ankle, foot, whatever you got going on. So yeah, good stuff. Now I've noticed sometimes it seems like I think the tail throws him off balance. So when you're trying to get him to stand up, sometimes you have to maneuver him. But these guys are really good at standing up, man. I'm impressed with that because I hate when you get figures, especially modern day figures, because all the old ones you expect, they're not going to stand very well without an actual stand. But these guys are good. I like that they make them that way and we're not having problems with standing people up. But that's about it, man. I say good articulation, good model. This is the best Splinter I've seen in a long time. I just wish I could do something with his hair here. I just wish it would kind of be straight down like that instead of, you know, out and about. But yeah, so there is Splinter. And then his accessories, he has a cape, which I'll put this on him in a minute. I think you just pop his head off and you can slide this on that way. Will be the easiest way to get his cape on there. But it's like a rubbery type deal here. It'd be cool if they would have made this like fabric, like it was soft, you know, fur type deal up here, but they didn't do that. But yeah, it's like a rubbery type deal, stretchable. You might just be able to stretch this over without popping his head off, but I'm gonna pop his head off and see if we can get this on here. But pretty cool looking cape nonetheless. We got that going on. And then again, like I said, with this, since I'm gonna be putting his cape on him, move his tail out of the way, this just kind of plugs into the back like so. So there we got his shield back there if we want, or he can be holding it, however that is. But there, as I was set him back up here. But not much to the shield, just a turtle shell, if I can speak. Basic turtle design there, turtle shell design. Pretty cool. Got that. And then I'll just show this real quick. This is that metal head, metal Balto Build-A-Figure part. I still have no idea. I'm going to have to figure out what other figures I need to get to complete this, because I'd like to do that. So, money, money, money. Got to spend. And then we got this cool looking spear right here. I guess this is the Spear of Grayskull is what it says on the box that Splinter wields. So, it's kind of a basic design, nothing super special, no real mark. I mean, you see a little bit of marking, I guess, right there with the with it, and it's not a straight. You see, it's kind of swerved. I like when they do that too. I don't like when, you know, these staff type spears and stuff are like perfectly straight. You got to have a little swerve to them there or something. And then they could have done more, I think, with this. I guess it's supposed to be like a spiritual spear, kind of like a glowing spirit type deal, I guess, is why it looks like that. I'm assuming, I'm guessing, I don't know for sure. But it's all right. It's cool. It's cool enough. They could have probably added a little bit more. Now, he did come with this extra hand. I don't know if his other two hands are kind of grip hands, I guess. This is more of like an open hand. So, he did come with one extra hand. One extra hand, that is it. Not two extra hands, one extra hand. We got this right here. It's like a card. It says Turtles of Grayskull. You flip it over and it kind of tells you his, like, I guess his abilities and what he can do and all that fun stuff. So this, I thought this was another comic book, like the Shredder had, but no, it's a card. It just has like his specialty on the back. Thought that was pretty cool. So we'll take that. And then again, it came with a little instruction manual just telling you can detach the tails, the arms, the head, the waist, the feet. So pretty cool. I'm glad that they added in there. I wish the freaking hair would stay straight like that. Maybe once I put his cape on, it'll help. I don't know. But mine's just kind of hanging out. I tried to maneuver him. I'm sure it's an easy fix, but I'm just complaining about nothing. Anyways, let's put his stuff on him and then have him and Shredder here, and then we'll have my final thoughts on these guys. Oh boy, here we go. My final thoughts. We got Shredder right here with his axe and his crossbow. We got Splinter here with his Grayskull spear, the Spear of Grayskull, I should say, and the turtle shell shield. Man, this looks really cool. These guys are really cool. I'm pleasantly surprised as how much I like these guys, and I was kind of hoping I wouldn't, because do I really need to collect more stuff? Probably not. But will I? Probably. I think it's a pretty good, the selling point for these guys. I paid $19.99 for Shredder on Amazon. And this Splinter, I think, I don't 100% because they always say exclusive. But it said he was an exclusive to Target. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's where I got him from. And he was $24.99, so $25 for him. $20 for Shredder from Amazon. So there you go with these guys. They stand up really well, too. I think Splinter can be thrown off balance a little bit because I think his tail. So, moving him around too much, he might fall over. But there you see his cape. As I said, I was going to see how that did. I was going to put his cape on him. I just popped his head off, slid the cape on there. And as you can see, his hair, like I was complaining about that with the cape on it, holds it down better, looks better. Like it, like it, like it. Probably the best. I'm going to say this is my favorite Splinter I've seen in a while. I think it might be better than the Van Helsing one. I don't know. They've been making, I'll give it, I said he's kind of a doll figure usually. Back in the day, he's a doll. Back in the 90s. The 2020s, Splinter has some decent figures out there, but I think this might be my favorite. I might have to give it to this one. This might be my favorite Splinter figure I've had in a while, even though it's kind of a mashup. But so isn't the Van Helsing Universal Monsters figure, which is probably my second favorite, with this being the number one. But pleasantly surprised, man. I was thinking I probably don't need to get into collecting more figures, but I think I'm going to have to. I think I might have to go with this line. Now, I did pre-order the Krang mashup. I also got a Leatherhead one and somebody else. Who else did I get? There was something else. Oh, the Bebop and Rocksteady two-headed. I don't know who he's supposed to be on Masters of the Universe, but the two-headed Bebop and Rocksteady. So I am excited about getting those. But I'm trying to figure out now if I should jump on and get the other stuff. Now, I noticed the prices on some things, depending on where you go, but I've seen figures as low as like $12 for these guys on sale, and I've seen some up in the 40s and 50s. So I don't know what's going on with the price range. But you go to like Walmart.com and some on Target and stuff, I think they have like jacked up prices. Amazon's usually good, but I've seen some on there that was kind of ridiculous too. But usually Amazon's my go-to. So if you're looking for more discounted figures, I think Amazon has some discounted ones. You go to Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, you usually get them for about the original price. I think you can get them on there for about $20. All the waves. I think they still have all of them available. So I'm going to sit here and consider it. I might wait until they drop in price and try to pick them up for like the lower range, $15 range rather than 20, just to save a few bucks. Because some of these figures I don't need. But I'm sick in the head where I have to, got to catch them all. I gotta collect everything. Usually that's my problem with when I get into lines. Like even if stuff I don't really care about, I'll still collect. But maybe I'll try just to get the ones I like with this. I don't know. It's gonna have to be something I think about. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I guess you could call it reviews of these figures. I think they've been out for a long time now. I don't know how long. At least the Shredder has. I don't know how long the Splinter's been out. But if you were in doubt, like myself, on if I wanted to jump onto these guys, I know we're 4 waves, well, going into our 4th wave with the pre-order, but 3 waves in, going on the 4th. It's not too late. I think each wave has 4 figures. We can still catch up if we want to get into it. I think it's a good figure that's pretty cheap and reasonable price range. Like I said, you can find some for $10 to $15, and then I think they're released around $20, $25. For most of these figures, but the price range isn't bad either way we go, brand new or discounted. See what you want to do. I might wait for some of them, but I'm probably going to jump on the ones I like and then try to pick up the lesser ones at a discount. Anyways, guys, again, thanks for watching. Check out my next videos.